Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Thursday, which means happy Real Housewives of Miami Day because the new episode is out, which also means that we'll be back to talk about it tomorrow. Now, in the meantime, guys, we obviously had a big Bravo week this week because we got not only one premiere, but two premieres, the Real Housewives of New Jersey and the Vanderpump Rules premiere. We will be back tonight to talk about the Vanderpump Rules premiere party, also the premiere episode, of course, at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. You guys know that we already talked a little bit about Jersey, but since we were in LA, we'll be doing that, making that a regular live. That'll be starting next week, as you know. And then, yeah, we're here to talk about the mess because the leaked text messages between Melissa and Teresa, well, now the full message is out. And Dolores is chiming in on the conversation, saying it's pretty much time for all of these people to just part ways. Lots of opinions here. So if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so before we get into the rest of the leaked messages, because the exchange between Teresa and Melissa, it is out, but it seems like there's just more and more from this conversation that's coming forward. And a lot of people are saying that Teresa's vindicated in this. I did want to point out that Dolores is chiming in on the Giudice Gorga feud, and I thought it was pretty kind of sad what she had to say. Now, according to page 6, Dolores Catania believes that Teresa Giudice, Joe Gorga, and Melissa Gorga need to put an end to their tumultuous relationship by cutting all ties. She said, I think it's time. This is what she said on Watch What Happens Live. When asked if she was on Team Giudice or Team Gorga, she responded, I never took a side. With family, you don't, because you lose at the end of the day. Which is true, because normally when you take a side in family, they end up getting back together and then your ass is on the outs because you took a side when really you probably should have just stayed out of it anyways. But this isn't normal either because it's on reality TV. She reiterated, I just think it's time for them to really part ways. I do. Andy Cohen appeared stunned by his guest's opinion, prompting Catania to explain that she does not want Giudice to cut off communication with her brother and sister-in-law, but it might be the best option for the three of them. I think that's so sad too, especially because they're each other's only living relatives, aside from, of course, their kids. I think that's sad. I would hate if I got to that place with my family. If there's no peace in their life being together, then I think it's time. Now, Real Housewives of New Jersey season 13 started off rocky with the Gorgas not attending Giudice's 50th birthday party in May 2022 due to a texting miscommunication. It's always a miscommunication with these housewives. I don't know what to tell you. The rift only worsened as filming continued, ending in an explosive finale fight that resulted in the Gorgas not attending Teresa and Louis' wedding, which we know. But Melissa did say that nobody actually got touched. Nobody got harmed in the making of this finale. Real Housewives of New Jersey cast member Margaret Josephs shared in a recent episode of Page Six's virtual reality podcast that Jennifer Aydin played more of a role in the gossip when it came to Melissa Gorga, the affair rumor. She's saying that Jennifer Aydin played more of a role in all of this than Teresa. Which is so odd because this is just like a really vicious cycle. Like, you were shaming Margaret Josephs for monetizing off of the fact that she had an infidelity and that's how she met her husband, Joe. But then you were hiding your husband's infidelity, and then she called out your husband's infidelity. Then you got upset and really didn't understand where she was coming from with that. But now we're planting a seed that Melissa Gorga is in the back of a car making out with some actor who's a good friend of her and Joe's. This whole vicious cycle of trying to accuse people of cheating without actually having receipts. And then you have like Real Housewives of Potomac's Robin over here who's hiding her when there was actually, listen, she says there was no infidelity. Don't even get me started on the hotel room fiasco again and the receipt for that, because it makes absolutely no sense. However, Margaret Josephs did say, I wish Teresa would have prevented it. Now, newcomer Danielle, I don't know if you guys saw her on the premiere. She is going to be so good. She's a little bit of Staten Island, a little bit of Jersey, and a lot of personality. She told them that she thinks that Giudice will be vindicated as fans watch the new season. Now, when I was talking about the text messages, obviously this is the exchange, and it's coming out from All About the Real Housewives, but they're saying Melissa Gorga is exposed after lying on the season 13 premiere of New Jersey. Melissa and Joe state that they haven't heard from Teresa Giudice since March 31st, when Melissa texted Teresa after filming the season 12 reunion. We are now exclusively releasing text messages between Melissa and Teresa that are not edited or cropped like the one shown on the premiere. These text messages have the full context between Melissa and Teresa's conversation from March 31st to mid-May, where they have multiple conversations. Now, although one of Melissa's cropped texts to Teresa was shared on the episode, which featured Melissa saying, "Teresa, I texted you driving home from the reunion, and you never answered back until now." Melissa actually said much more that wasn't shown. It seems a little calculated to me that you actually have to watch the reunion and read comments to make yourself feel like you want to fix the family again for the 100th time. I feel like this text is about you and not really about us, especially when we're just about to go into filming again in 2 weeks. After all these years, I finally found a way to accept the way our relationship is. For our children, I don't want to argue with you. Let's just leave it at as is, and we'll leave it at that. Now, but before Melissa shot down Teresa's birthday invite, Teresa responded to her post-reunion text with what appeared to be an Easter message weeks later that showed a couple of butts painted like colored eggs. And then nearly 2 weeks after that, Teresa asked Melissa for her address after Melissa texted her that she was unable to call her. In another text message, this is like the never-ending text messages. In another text message, Melissa explained why she would not be attending something that Teresa had invited her to. Hours later, Teresa offered an olive branch to Melissa. After watching the reunion, I do feel and know that our families have gone backwards. I want us to be a better example for our children. Starting with myself, I love you and I just want things to be better. Are you free for lunch next week? I mean, that is an olive branch. Are you free for lunch? Like, I feel like Teresa doesn't extend olive branches to anyone. And I mean, does that make it better? Like, oh, I should be so happy because finally she's extending an olive branch to somebody? No, but is it an olive branch? Yeah. I mean, I probably would have taken it because I wouldn't want to fight with my sister-in-law all season. And this is not getting us off to a good start. But it's great for TV. It's not good for the family. In response to Teresa's suggestion that they go to lunch, however, Melissa wasn't on board. She said, "We are a family and we should always respect that. No need to go to lunch. You drew the line in the sand with the wedding. You've said multiple times on interviews that we will never be friends. I agree with you. We will always be family and I will always, wish you nothing but the best. I am sorry I did not respond to you that night. We had a very long day and I was totally exhausted and not feeling so good, especially after surgery." This is how Teresa responded to this. "Thank you so much for what you said. It was so heartfelt and genuine. We are family and we can do better, starting with me. I'm so sorry about the wedding. I feel terrible that I hurt you from the bottom of my heart. Let's talk. It would mean the world to me." And Melissa wrote back, "Teresa, all good. I'm fine with it. I told you that." Shut down. In other leaked messages, Melissa again turned down an invitation from Teresa before exchanging a series of pleasantries in the days that followed. And you can see, "We love you. I love you too. Thinking of you. Oh, thinking of you. Hi, when are you leaving? I'll be done in 10 minutes. Heart, heart, heart." Okay. I asked Joe, and this was to Melissa, "Hey, okay, let me check with your brother. I'll get back to you. I asked Joe about Wednesday. He said we'll be in the city. We have had a business dinner that was set up a while ago. People are flying in from LA. Kids have a game. Sorry to miss it. Thank you so much for the flowers. Love you. Miss you." Okay. Still awkward, but the full messages are out. I wonder who gave those up. I could only guess. But if you guys haven't already, go ahead, chime into this conversation. Let us know what you think. And more importantly, before you do, just smash that like button, get subscribed, hit that notification bell, and meet us right back here tonight at 7 p.m. for the Vanderpump Rules premiere live recap. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye.